morning, students. Now your first chapter has completed now, and we have start now second chapter. Okay, the name of your second chapter is nutrition, food science, and technology. Okay, first of all, we have to study about the clinical nutrition and dietetics. What is clinical nutrition and what do you mean by dietetics? First of all, what food play a role in our life? Then first of all, our life is centered around food. Okay, food is more than a biological necessity. It contributes to our cultural identity, is a part of social and religious practices. Food also enables us to realize our creativity, is a symbol of hospitality, status, and power, among many other things. Our food choices have far reaching effects. Food nourishes the body, enable it to function, and builds resistance to infection. If we eat nutritious and wholesome food, our bodies can function optimally. This knowledge about food and nutrition is essential. Okay, then what is nutrition? Nutrition is the science of food, nutrients, and other substances, as well as their digestion, absorption, and utilization by the body. Nutrition is also concerned with the social, psychological, and economic aspects of food and eating. When nutrient intake are adequate, the body has difficulty in maintaining immune defenses, healing wounds, as we all know, utilizing medication, supporting organ functions. Such person may fall victims to additional complication. Nutritional status and sport prior to and after illness play an important role in prognosis, recovery, and even duration of hospitalization. Also, illness and disease can result in imbalances even in a person who previously had good nutrition status. Thus, health and nutrition are intimately interlinked. As we all know, food science and nutrition is a broad domain consisting of several sciences that are distinct yet interrelated. As you know, nutrition influences our health, well being, and quality of life. Are you aware that nutrition had been playing a significant role even before your birth and that it will affect you throughout your life? Have you ever thought of yourself as a biological being, that your body is made up of carefully arranged atoms, molecules, cells, tissues, and organs? Every cell is regularly and continually replaced, some after a few days, some after months, and some after years. Although our external appearance may be relatively unchanged, for all these external processes, nutrients are required, and food is source of these nutrients. So, student, come on the next point. Poor nutrition not only leads to health problem but can also make existing problem worse. Okay, the specialized area of nutrition which deals with the nutrition during illness is clinical nutrition. In recent time, this field called medical nutrition therapy. Next, what is the significance of clinical nutrition? The first is nutritional care has gained importance worldwide, more so in recent time. Health problems, illness, disease, and their treatment can affect nutrition status in a variety of ways. By impairing a person's ability to eat and or slow by interfering with digestion, absorption, and metabolism, as well as an excretion. It must be borne in mind that function of any organ, tissue, system, or body can be affected due to disease, which can lead to minor and acute to major and sometimes chronic or long-lasting problems. Next is, in all these conditions, it is important to ensure that the person adequately nourished and person who deliver this service is trained dietitian, medical nutrition therapist, clinical nutritionist. The professional clinical nutrition dietitian use a systematic and logical approach to the nutrition care, focusing on each person patient's unique need and addresses them in an individualistic and holistic manner. The patient is the primary focus of the nutritional care process. The 20th and 21st century have witnessed tremendous advance in the field of medicine and pharmacology, enabling us to control many communicable and infectious diseases. However, new diseases such as HIV, AIDS have emerged. Prevalence and non communicable disease such as obesity, heart disease, hypertension, and diabetes is not only increasing but these are occurring at a much younger age. In fact, India is likely to be the diabetes capital of the world. Next, we have to learn about basic concept of dietitian, concept of nutrition. The dietitian medical nutrition therapist role is to provide advice and transplant technical information into dietary guidelines. They provide advice to patient and if necessary give prescriptions to healthy individual at different stages of health of the life cycle from the womb to the tomb, that is pregnancy, infancy, and childhood up to the old age, in order to help them maintain good nutritional status and remain healthy. Besides this, nutrition and diet therapy are used to improve the overall health of patient with a wide range of conditions. Example of these conditions are diarrhea, vomiting, food allergy, anemia, fever, typhoid, tuberculosis, ulcers, hyperacidity, and heartburn, epilepsy, sorry, gastrointestinal problem, AIDS, hypertension, cancer, osteoporosis, obesity, burns, metabolic disorders including diabetes and kidney, liver and pancreatic disorders. Patients who are to undergo operation also need nutritional intervention, support pre and post surgery. Clinical nutrition and dietetics therefore is concerned with nutritional requirements of patient suffering from different disease and prescribing the right type of diet for them. The objective of diet therapy are: the main objective of diet therapy is formulation of diet to meet the need of patient taking into consideration his or her food habits, modification of existing diet to ameliorate the disease condition and to keep it under control, correction of nutritional deficiency, prevention of short term and long term complication in case of chronic disease, education and counseling of the patient regarding the need to adhere to the prescribed diet. Thus, nutritional care during illness is an organized group of activities and consists of assessing nutritional status, diagnosis of nutritional problems, planning and prioritizing nutrition intervention to meet nutritional need, evaluating nutritional care outcomes, and making change if necessary. The next is a study of clinical nutrition and dietetics enable the profession to plan diets appropriately to meet the nutrition requirement at various stages of the life cycle, modify diet in various disease conditions, keeping in mind the physical state, occupation, cultural, ethnic, and socio-economic background, the treatment regimen, and the individual likes and dislikes. Plan diet for athletes, sport person, for individual in special situation such as nutrition in space, persons working in submarines, defense personnel, industrial workers, etc. Promote health and well-being of patient admitted to hospital or in outpatient clinics as well as in the institutional settings. Manage food service in a variety of institution settings such as old age homes, school, orphanage, etc. Help patients with chronic disease such as diabetes and heart disease in management to prevent complication and improve quality of life. Promote better health in the community and better efficacy of services in healthcare institution establishment in terms of better patient care management, holistic area, and contribute to better survival of recovery. So next topic is your type of diets. As we already learned about the diets, so any nutritional care plan involves providing for adequate intake of all nutrients vis-a-vis the requirements based on the age, sex, psychological state, occupation, and health status. First is standard of regular diet is one that include all group of foods and meets the needs of healthy individuals. Second is modified diet are those that are adjusted to meet the medical needs of a patient which may involve one or more the following. First is change in consistency and or texture, example flood and soft diet. Second is an increase or decrease in the energy, that is calorie intake. Third is include greater or lesser amount of one or more nutrients, example increase in protein intake in case of surgery. In case of surgery, you have to increase protein. Low protein intake in case of kidney failure. If a person has kidney failure, then you can lower their protein intake. High or low in fiber, lower fat intake, restriction in sodium intake, restriction in fluid intake, restricted intake of certain food as these may be rich in non-nutritive dietary constituent. Example spinach, because spinach is rich in oxalates. And last one is change in the number of meals or modification in intervals of feeding and or amount of food given or special plan for patient when route of feeding is altered. Next is change in consistency. Depending on the condition, patient may advise liquid, soft or regular diet. Okay, the advised liquid, that doctor has to be advised. Soft means soft, that has to be easily chewed. And regular diet means we have to take regular diet, example morning, lunch, evening. Okay, liquid diet are primarily fluid in consistency at room temperature. Soft diets provide a soft but solid food that are lightly seasoned, do not contain much fibrous or gas forming foods. Such diets are easy to chew and digest. Example of foods included in soft diets are khichdi, sago kheer, etc. Food included should minimize the risk of indigestion, abdominal distension, nausea, cramping, or any other gastrointestinal problems. Feeding routes. The best possible route for feeding the patient is orally or by the mouth. However, there are patients who may not be able to chew or swallow. Example, if the person is unconscious or if there is a problem with the esophagus, for such individuals there are two options. Tube feeding. In tube feeding, nutritionally complete feeds are delivered through a tube. Intravenous feeding. Intravenous feeding means that the patient is nourished with special solution which are given through a drip in a vein. Next is your prevention of chronic disease. Besides being important for persons with disease, diet and good nutrition, that is as well as a healthy lifestyle, can control and delay the age of onset of chronic diseases. The food we consume today, especially processed foods, contain many additives, are high in fat and or sugar, often are prepared from highly refined foods and are therefore low in fiber and many other important constituents which confer health benefit. That is why we need help in the making appropriate choices. Clinical nutritionists can play an important role in preventing development of such problem by providing appropriate diet counseling and guidance. They can also be appointed for guidance to various groups such as school, corporate sector, colleges, etc. Preparing for a career. The professional clinical nutritionist or dietitian must have knowledge of physiological changes in disease condition, changes in RDA nutrient requirements in illness, and types of dietary modification required, traditional and ethnic cuisines. Skills in addressing Skills in assessing nutritional status of patient using clinical and biochemical criteria. Diet planning customized to requirements of individual patients and specific disease conditions. Recommending and administering diet to patient, communication for diet counseling, adapting to culture milieu, food taboos, and overcoming fads and myths. It is absolutely essential to have knowledge, both theoretically and practical, of the subject areas of nutrition, food science, food composition, clinical nutrition, and dietetics, or the more recently used terminologies such as medical nutrition therapy and medical nutrition management. Second, preparing for a career. How to prepare for how to prepare the career. In order to choose any of career option offered by clinical nutrition and dietetics, you need to have passed 10 plus 2 level followed by completion of a BSc degree in home science or BSc with a specialization in nutrition. Those who have a BSc degree in home science, life science, biochemistry, microbiology, or biotechnology can enter the area of postgraduate diploma level. MSc in food science and nutrition or dietetics help one to specialize in this field and are preferred in many places of employment. A dietitian, after finishing his her university education, can go further and qualify to obtain the traditional or a registered dietitian. Many countries have regulatory laws regarding this. If you choose a career focusing on teaching and research, a number of options open in universities, colleges, and research institutions. In order to qualify for teaching posts, it is now essentially to successfully clear the national or state eligibility test conducted by University Grant Commission, that is UGC. It is advisable to complete your PhD too in case you want to pursue a career in academics or research. Clinical nutrition and dietitian offer rich scope and potential for a satisfying career as a dietitian, diet counselor, teacher, researcher, or corporate consultant. The primary career possibilities in this field including becoming a dietitian, diet counselor, or clinical nutritionist engaged in research and or teaching. Besides these, clinical nutritionists also have career opportunity in food industry, research and development, and production of medical food, nutraceuticals, tube feeds, various type of nutritional sports formulation or functional foods. Next is your career avenues. Dietitian with consultant physicians in health clubs or gymnasium. Dietitian in hospital includes specialty departments, a key member to provide nutrition support in the healthcare team. Next is your freelance dietitian. You can become freelance dietitian. Dietitian in catering service for hospitals, school, industrial canteen, etc. Entrepreneur who develop and supply specially food for specific health purposes. Next is your teaching and academic research, including clinical research, nutrition marketing, and last one is your technical writing. That's all of your your first chapter, that is the clinical nutrition. Thank you so much.